Being joined by defense expert Major Mohammed Ali Shah. Major Shah, now earlier as well we discussed the US not surprisingly supporting Ukraine and saying that the cracks in the Russian administration has been revealed because of the Wagner rebellion. Now, what do you think the US's stance is? They're not trying to be diplomatic about it, but they're saying that the implications are unclear is what they're saying. But do you think this would become a point of advantage for the US when it comes to supporting Ukraine against Russia?
See, it's a known fact, it's an open, not just an open secret, it's a known fact, it's blatant, it's outside, that US has been supporting Ukraine against the war on Russia, which means US is using Ukraine as a shield to weaken Russia further. And now when a so-called mutiny happens in Russia, whether it's not very clear whether what exactly happened, there have been speculations by a lot of analysts who say it was stage managed, or some people say no, it was actually a mutiny. Whatever, either way, whatever it was, it would, I don't think, even if President Putin thinks he's too smart and he tried to stage manage it, but it didn't really work too much in their favor. Why? Because ultimately a few Russian soldiers also lost their lives in this. So, I mean, there is no militant dead or alive is worth my soldier's life. There's a line like that. Similarly, no enemy dead or alive is worth my soldier's life. So, it's not worth losing your men for a mutiny or anything like that. But then in a war, it's totally different. Now, when the very fact a day before, US President Joe Biden and Vladimir Zelensky, the Ukraine president, they met at the White House, they discussed it. So it is very, very clear what US's stand on this is completely. And what does President Putin gain from it? Well, he'll know who his actual allies are, who is standing with him, who is not. If it at all, that is a stage-managed event. If it isn't, it is a mutiny. I would say it was called off in a very, very quick manner. And of course, other nations outside would be sitting and watching the fun. Like, for example, America and Ukraine. There are bystanders from far away from the fence and seeing what the progress is in Russia, what the ongoing procedure is in Russia thereafter.
Absolutely.